Chapter 1. The Echoes of Sumer. From the sun-baked plains of ancient Mesopotamia, a civilization bloomed that would lay the foundations for much of what we know today. The Sumerians, with their enigmatic cuneiform script and monumental ziggurats, left behind a legacy that continues to baffle and inspire. But beyond the undeniable achievements in writing, astronomy, and law, there lies a more controversial narrative, one whispered through ancient tablets and hinted at in forgotten symbols. What if the stories they told of their origins weren't just myths, but echoes of a profound truth? What if the gods they worshipped were not divine beings, but visitors from another world? For centuries, these tales were relegated to the realm of mythology. Yet, with every new archaeological discovery, with every deciphered text, the lines between legend and history seem to blur. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of this ancient mystery to explore the so-called Anunnaki artifacts, objects and texts that some believe hold the key to understanding humanity's true origins and our connection to extraterrestrial beings. Chapter 2. Zecharia Sitchin and the 12th Planet. A discussion about the Anunnaki would be complete without acknowledging the groundbreaking and often controversial work of Zecharia Sitchin. A scholar of ancient Semitic languages, Sitchin dedicated his life to translating and interpreting Sumerian and Akkadian texts, particularly those detailing the creation myths and the origins of humanity. Sitchin's most famous hypothesis, laid out in his book The 12th Planet, proposed that the Sumerians possessed advanced astronomical knowledge, including awareness of an undiscovered planet in our solar system, which he called Nibiru. According to Sitchin, Nibiru was home to an advanced race of beings, the Anunnaki, who visited Earth thousands of years ago. These beings, he claimed, genetically engineered early humans to serve as a slave race for mining gold, which they needed for their own planet's atmosphere. His theories, while widely dismissed by mainstream archaeology and linguistics, ignited a fervent interest in the Anunnaki and ancient astronaut theories among the public. We'll examine some of the specific texts and artifacts he cited as evidence and consider why his interpretations remain so compelling to so many. Chapter 3. The Sumerian King List, a lineage from the heavens. One of the most intriguing documents from ancient Mesopotamia is the Sumerian King List. This ancient text, inscribed on clay tablets, purports to list the kings of Sumer, their reigning cities, and the incredible lengths of their reigns, some stretching for tens of thousands of years. What makes this list so extraordinary is that it divides kings into two distinct periods, those who reigned before the flood and those who reigned after the flood. The pre-Diluvian kings, as they are known, are described with reigns of truly astronomical durations, often 20,000, 30,000, even 40,000 years. Mainstream scholars interpret these impossibly long reigns as mythological, a way to emphasize the divine right and ancient lineage of rulers. However, proponents of the Anunnaki theory argue that these figures were not human, but the Anunnaki themselves, or at least their direct offspring, with lifespans far exceeding our own. Could these kings have been the ancient astronauts, or the direct recipients of their knowledge and rule? We'll delve into the list's puzzling chronology and its potential implications for the Anunnaki narrative. Chapter 4. Cylinder Seals and Cosmic Depictions. Beyond the written word, the Sumerians left behind a wealth of visual information on their magnificent cylinder seals. These small, intricately carved stone cylinders were used to roll impressions onto clay, acting as signatures, declarations of ownership, or to adorn documents and vessels. Many of these seals depict a bewildering array of scenes, gods interacting with humans, mythical creatures, and often what appear to be sophisticated astronomical representations. Some researchers, following Sitchin's interpretations, point to specific seals that seemingly depict our solar system with a larger, unidentified planet, or figures wearing what could be interpreted as spacesuits. The famous VA-242 cylinder seal, for instance, shows figures orbiting a central star with multiple planets, an image that some believe accurately portrays our solar system, including a 10th planet. Pluto was then undiscovered, and Nibiru would be the 12th body. While mainstream archaeology explains these as symbolic or mythological representations, the striking detail and unusual elements within these ancient artworks raise fascinating questions. Are we seeing early artistic interpretations of astronomical observations, or something far more profound? Chapter 5. The Epic of Atra-Hasis and the Creation of Man. One of the most compelling pieces of textual evidence for the Anunnaki theory comes from the Epic of Atra-Hasis, an ancient Mesopotamian myth that details creation, a great flood, and the origins of humanity. This epic tells a story strikingly similar to some interpretations of Sitchin's narrative. In the epic, the senior Anunnaki gods, known as the Igigi, are forced to toil in hard labor. They eventually revolt against their taskmasters. To solve this problem, the god Enki suggests creating a new species to bear the burden of labor. The goddess Ninti, with the help of Enki, creates humans by mixing the blood of a slain god with clay. This act is often interpreted by Anunnaki theorists as a description of genetic manipulation, where the advanced Anunnaki use their own genetic material to accelerate the evolution of early hominids, creating Homo sapiens as a worker class. Mainstream interpretations view this as a symbolic myth explaining human purpose and divine intervention. But the parallels to modern scientific concepts of genetic engineering are hard to ignore for those who believe in the ancient astronaut hypothesis. Chapter 6. Sumerian Technology and Anomalies. The Sumerians were undeniably brilliant, but some of their accomplishments and artifacts appear to defy conventional understanding of ancient technology. Did they possess knowledge beyond their perceived capabilities, perhaps gifted to them by advanced visitors? Consider the Baghdad Battery, an artifact discovered in Iraq that consists of a clay jar containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod. When filled with an electrolyte, it's capable of producing a small electrical current. While its exact purpose is debated, some suggest electroplating, others medicinal uses, it's a surprising find for its era. Then, there are the incredible precision and consistency of Sumerian astronomical observations, which tracked celestial bodies with remarkable accuracy. Some suggest their advanced knowledge of mathematics, including the sexagesimal, base 60 system, was far too sophisticated for a nascent civilization without external influence. Could these anomalies be indirect evidence of advanced knowledge imparted by the Anunnaki, or are they simply testament to human ingenuity misunderstood by modern perspectives? Chapter 7. Giants and the Nephilim Connection. The concept of giants existing in ancient times is not unique to Sumerian texts. Many cultures around the world have myths and legends of colossal beings, often with divine or semi-divine origins. For Anunnaki theorists, these stories often intertwine. The Hebrew Bible speaks of the Nephilim, sons of God, who came down to earth and had offspring with human women, creating mighty heroes of old. In the Sumerian context, the Anunnaki themselves are often depicted as towering figures, far larger and more imposing than ordinary humans. Some interpretations suggest that the Anunnaki were indeed giants, and their interbreeding with early humans led to hybrid offspring that populated early human societies, explaining the persistent myths of giants. Are these simply allegorical tales, or do they reflect a memory of interactions between early humans and a physically superior, technologically advanced race from the stars? The archaeological record, though sparse, occasionally yields tantalizing hints of unusually large hominid remains, adding to the intrigue. Chapter 8. Mainstream Archaeology versus Anunnaki Theory. It's crucial to acknowledge that the Anunnaki theory, as popularized by Sitchin and others, remains largely outside the accepted framework of mainstream archaeology, history, and linguistics. There are significant reasons for this dismissal, and it's important to understand the critiques. Mainstream scholars argue that Sitchin's translations are often selective, mistranslating key terms to fit his narrative. They contend that the Sumerian king list's long reigns are mythological constructs, not literal timelines. The planets on cylinder seals are interpreted as stars, deities, or symbolic representations, not accurate astronomical charts. The creation myths are seen as metaphors for human origins and purpose, common in ancient societies, rather than literal accounts of genetic engineering. The lack of concrete, undeniable physical evidence, such as alien technology, indisputable alien remains, or universally accepted corroborating texts, is a major sticking point. We'll explore these counter-arguments and discuss why the scientific community largely rejects the Anunnaki as literal extraterrestrial beings, while still acknowledging the profound importance of Sumerian civilization. Chapter 9. The Enduring Appeal and Modern Interpretations. Despite the academic skepticism, the Anunnaki theory continues to captivate millions around the world. Why does this narrative hold such a powerful and enduring appeal? For many, the idea of an advanced extraterrestrial race seeding human civilization offers compelling answers to existential questions. Where did we come from? Why are we here? It provides a framework for understanding unexplained ancient anomalies and offers an alternative to purely religious or scientific explanations. Modern interpretations of the Anunnaki theory have expanded, with some connecting them to other ancient astronaut theories, UFO phenomena, and even secret societies. The internet has fueled this interest, allowing for widespread discussion and sharing of evidence, both credible and speculative. We'll delve into the cultural impact of the Anunnaki narrative and its evolution in contemporary thought, examining why humanity is so drawn to the idea of cosmic origins. Chapter 10. What do they reveal about our past? So, after exploring the evidence, the theories, and the criticisms, what do the so-called Anunnaki artifacts truly reveal about our past? Whether you view the Anunnaki as literal extraterrestrial beings, powerful mythological deities, or simply fascinating characters in humanity's earliest stories, their legacy undeniably shapes our understanding of history. The Sumerian texts, regardless of interpretation, reveal a civilization grappling with profound questions of existence, creation, and their place in the cosmos. They show us a sophisticated society that meticulously documented their beliefs and observations. Perhaps the true revelation isn't a definitive answer to who were the Anunnaki, but rather the enduring human quest to understand our origins. The artifacts unearthed from Mesopotamia compel us to look beyond the conventional, to question, to imagine, and to continually search for the truth, wherever it may lead. The echoes of Sumer continue to resonate, inviting us to ponder the greatest mystery of all, the untold story of humanity itself.